Thank you very much, Dr. Kumar, for sharing those encouraging words with all of us at the summit. And on that fabulous note, let's move forward to also introduce our next speaker, none other than the distinguished scientist and Director General BrahMos, DRDO, Ministry of Defense, and CEO and Managing Director, BrahMos Aerospace, Dr. Sudhir Kumar Mishra. He's leading a highly motivated and technically competent team of engineers, scientists, and technicians located at various work centers, successfully developing and delivering the world's best supersonic cruise missile, meeting the requirement of three wings of the Indian Armed Forces. As the CEO and Managing Director, BrahMos Aerospace, his mind to market approach has led to design, development, production, and product support encompassing the complete product lifecycle of the BrahMos weapon system. In fact, under his leadership, Team BrahMos achieved newer capabilities and versions for land to land, sea to land, and air to sea land applications. He spearheaded the BrahMos Air version program, leading to a successful flight test of BrahMos from Sukhoi 30 Mk1 fighter aircraft against sea and land targets. The realization of BrahMos A is a historic achievement for India, becoming the first country in the world to have such a unique capability. In fact, under his able guidance for the first time, the weapon of this caliber has been deployed in all the three services. Ladies and gentlemen, it's indeed an honor to hear from none other than Dr. Mishra.
Good morning, participants, ladies and gentlemen. My greetings to one and all. It gives me immense pleasure in participating and delivering the Chief Guest Address in ET Aerospace and Defense Summit organized by Business to Business Division of Times Group. The entire world is fighting a deadly pandemic, the COVID-19. An unprecedented, invisible war we are witnessing in this century. The pandemic has put a sudden break not just on the world economy, but has drastically affected and changed our day-to-day lives. It has brought in a deep sense of uncertainty among each one of us. Recent outbreaks of COVID-19 has brought the jinx in the national biological security of almost all the nations of the world. And this too shall pass. This global health crisis has resulted in many newer outcomes, one of which is our uninterrupted functioning in this very virtual world, the medium through which we are all able to connect and interact with each other. So, new technologies and technical innovations have always provided the necessary glimmer of hope and surely eased our lives even in times of unexpected adversity and crisis. The outbreak of COVID-19 pandemic, however, has put an abrupt break in India's aerospace and defense sector and thrown many long proposed plans out of gear. While the civil aviation sector has been worst affected worldwide, the defense industrial sector as well as the space sector too have felt the ramifications arising due to this pandemic. The nationwide lockdown measures, which were necessary to contain the spread of the deadly virus, has impacted this sector like many other sectors. India's swiftly evolving aerospace and defense sector has charted remarkable growth over the past few years, being a strategically important sector, vital for national progress. The aerospace and defense sector, involving both civilian and military marketplace, has created a robust ecosystem involving large to medium and small scale public and private manufacturers and enterprises. This sunshine sector has in fact produced many globally reckoned entities in both public and private sector. In order to make the aerospace and defense sector highly competitive at the global sector, to produce world-class systems and deliver best quality services, while at the same time meeting India's own burgeoning domestic needs. The government of India has introduced a series of reforms in the past few years, including raising the foreign direct investment limit in aerospace and defense sector to 74% through automatic route, streamlining defense industrial licensing processes, creating a level playing field for both private and public sector entities in payment and tax matters, a standard operating procedure for using Ministry of Defense owned test facilities by the private sector, and a simplified and streamlined defense procurement procedure, among many other initiatives. Additionally, the government has announced many initiatives to support startups and innovation in the country. Aerospace and defense, being a strategically critical sector, involves several complex dynamics, including skilled manpower creation and retention, robust infrastructure setup, high production cost, long gestation period, among other intricate aspects. The continuous workflow in this vital sector is ensured by new orders, project developments, investment, uninterrupted supply chains, meeting delivery timelines, and so on. Many defense and space sector entities have endeavored to make up for the crucial work over lost by resuming and expediting their project development and other processes to meet the delivery or launch timelines. Few others have lost critical manpower too due to the COVID wave and steadily coming in terms for the lost manpower and work hour, etc. In addition to human tragedies, Government of India has unveiled the ambitious Defense Production and Export Promotion Policy 2020, which aims at an indigenous armed production turnover of rupees 1,75,000 crore, which is equal to about 25 billion US dollars, which includes export of US dollar 5 billion in aerospace and defense sectors by 2025. Government of India has also launched two defense industrial corridors. The first one is in Tamil Nadu and the second is in Uttar Pradesh, to widen the outreach of this sector for sustainable and robust indigenous defense and aerospace production and growth, even while ensuring major employment generation by establishing uninterrupted supply chain involving spatially India's micro, small and medium sector industries. The flagship Make in India program, introduced in September 14, has also come a long way in bolstering indigenous design, development and production of various technologies, systems and components related to the sector. The Atmanirbhar Bharat mission aims at creating and sustaining a vast domestic manufacturing base in order to make India self-reliant and self-sufficient in best quality aerospace and defense design, development and production, and eventually making India a global hub for manufacturers and enterprises. I would be very happy to share with you all a credible success story of BrahMos here. As you all know, BrahMos, the world's fastest and deadliest precision strike weapon in the most powerful tactical system of the Indian Armed Forces. From the national security perspective, this formidable and unparalleled weapon has positioned itself as India's first strike weapon. No other country has ever designed and developed such a powerful, versatile weapon, which makes BrahMos a world-class product. There is no competition born yet. This technologically most advanced supersonic cruise missile system is deployed with the Indian Army, Indian Navy and Indian Air Force. We have developed this missile together with our Russian partner NPOM and India's DRDO. The best of scientific and engineering minds from India and Russia have immensely contributed in developing several critical components and systems for this state-of-the-art weapon. A unique feature of the program has been involvement of industry and users right from the development stage. This helps the industries to build the capabilities through consortium. Two thought processes were in the mind. First one was to manufacture everything, system, subsystem, components by us, as used to be the trend those days. The second was that products are manufactured by the identified industries, and BrahMos will not cut any metal, and we would only integrate. This would provide a lean systems and structure at BrahMos. At the same time, participating industries would reap further business through BrahMos program. Manufacturing capability that they would attain through BrahMos program would help them in getting the business from other programs, and the industries would acquire the capability to manufacture airframe for BrahMos can be utilized for other aerospace programs. Second opinion was the natural choice for BrahMos. Suitable industries were identified and were associated right from the very beginning in absorbing the technologies going by the concurrent engineering practices. The concept of implementing role of public-private industry partnership in the production of BrahMos missile is unique. There are many other small private industries who would either provide support to BrahMos directly or would become sub-vendor to our major vendors. 20 major industries and more than 2005 small and medium scale industries became partner to BrahMos. The unique model of BrahMos helped the industries in developing a number of key technologies within the country. The manufacturing technologies which posed varied degree of challenges were overcome jointly with R&D team and industries. The efforts culminated in successful development of many systems, subsystems broadly classified under airframe, canister, booster and related subsystems. Thus, the BrahMos Missile Industry Consortium, the first of its kind in the country, was established. Human resources of 20,000 specialists, technicians and engineers have been contributing in the manufacture of BrahMos in different industries. This model helped BrahMos in attaining production and delivering goals. Our high-risk strategy of establishing Missile Industry Consortium today helps nation building. Apart from being a source of highly skilled and sustainable employment generation, we have also worked diligently towards national wealth creation. From an initial capital of just rupees 1,330 crore when this joint venture was finalized in 1998. Today we have order book of more than 36,000 crore. We have come a very long way in nation building and national development. BrahMos has resulted in employment generation and national wealth creation while laying out a highly ambitious roadmap for an Atmanirbhar Bharat. The establishment of industrial corridors encompassing aerospace and defense sector involves brownfield nodes of special economic zones related to investment. The city's locations are to be selected based on the presence of industrial units and pre-existing defense infrastructure and other private sector entities. Apart from the presence of top-rated science and technological institutions, the city's proximity and connectivity to other major cities, etc., all these will create a smooth supply chain and sustainable production and delivery of critical aerospace and defense related systems. The setting up of defense industrial corridor has come at a very appropriate time when the ambitious Skill India program launched in 2015 has taken the wings. As the government of India under this program plans to train more than 40 crore Indians, the Defense Industrial Corridor promised to emerge as a major contributor to the Skill India initiative. Today, India has large skilled manpower that are employed by the organized and unorganized sector. And which will become the engine of growth as it tries to incorporate the huge available workforce in India, most of which is semi-skilled. The government aims to achieve 25% GDP and 100 million new jobs in the manufacturing sector by the end of this year. India has a potential to become a global manufacturing hub. India has all the necessary ingredients to become a major industrial push to semi-skilled labor forces, multiple government initiatives like Make in India and high investment and big domestic market. Necessary support infrastructure is being developed, being the prime focus. We are on the cusp of fourth industrial revolution 4.0, a new wave of technological changes in reshaping the manufacturing sector in its entirety. Autonomous robotics, additive manufacturing, cloud computing, sensor technology, they are some of the areas where new technologies are driving a paradigm shift in the manufacturing. This promises all ranges of opportunity for innovation in terms of smart industrial processes, new business models, and customized products. Additive manufacturing, popularly known as 3D printing, a new manufacturing technology, uses digital models to create products by printing layers of materials. It has huge potentials with the rise of mega projects coming up. Due to industrial Internet of Things and Industry 4.0, manufacturing sector has started implementing a new network of sensor and actuators for data collection, monitoring, decision making, and process optimization over internet infrastructure. While standalone robotic workstations are already commonplace even in the Indian companies, advanced robotics used enhanced sensors, dexterity, and intelligence to automate tasks or work alongside humans. Myriad opportunities and solutions are available, but at the same time, it is very challenging to build the capabilities to harness them. It is very complicated and difficult to build capabilities in terms of time and cost. It would be ideal that organizations look for collaborating with external partners instead of building themselves all alone. The partners can be Indian or foreigner. This synergy comes in through collaborative partners will result in enormous saving of time, efforts, and investment. I wish the summit a great success. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.